Hello everybody, I am the Linkzilla, and welcome back to God of War 2018. When we last left off, we we got out of Helheim, and we made it all the way back to Freya's place, where we finally managed to heal Atreus. So, the kid is doing fine right now, but he's a little bit despondent because he's upset with himself for losing control the way he did, and now he probably thinks that Kratos is ashamed of him. But that's not true. I mean, Kratos understands. A dad has to understand. Especially because Kratos knows that the real problem here is, well, it's his fault, not the kid's. Anyway, after we healed Atreus, we were supposed to go back to the lake and start exploring Tyr's vault, but I found another hidden chamber of Odin, and we spent the rest of the episode killing our, what was it, second Valkyrie, or was it the third? Yeah, it was the second Valkyrie, but it was one heck of a fight. I'd say that it was a little bit easier than the first one, because that one, the one that we just fought, didn't complete the combo that basically penetrated through all of your guard, so it was easier to get around, I should think. The High Council. And we got the second helm, and so now we have something to do at the Council of Valkyrie, which I honestly think that we're going to go back to because I want to see what happens. 8 Valkyries. All we have to do is find them, defeat them, collect their helmets, and take them to the High Council. They may be the toughest, these may be the toughest enemies we've faced yet. Not really, kid. I mean, I'd say as far as bosses go, they're pretty average. I mean, I'm pretty sure that the realm tiers that we've been facing have been more difficult. Because, at least in regards to the game, I haven't gotten stuck on them for over an hour. Discover the fate of the Valkyries. Yep, 2 out of 8. I can't believe that they're calling it a favor instead of a labor, because seriously. Really wish that there was a way to track this, though. I basically had a dream about it last night that we could, that basically I just decided, you know what, track this labor, and then the map, it showed all their locations on the map. It's like, wow, that worked out nicely. Something else, basically something going on in Muspelheim, but it's something that I don't know how to take yet, because Kratos, on his way back home to get the Blades of Chaos, he saw visions of Athena in the boat. He told her to get out of his head and she disappeared. But then she appeared again in his doorway trying to taunt him about how he'll never be able to change, how he'll always be a monster. And then when we went to Helheim, after we defeated the Bridge Keeper, the big troll there, suddenly Zeus's face appeared in the clouds. And considering that ever since I got the Blades of Chaos, I've been dropping, like, serious Lion King references with the whole Mufasa, remember who you are. The fact that Zeus's face appeared in the clouds, it's like, I have a feeling that the makers of this game had the same idea. But Kratos is pretty much saying that it's not possible, he can't be here, and, Mimir is saying that, usually Hell basically tortures its inhabitants with visions from their past. So, that's the thing. I don't want Zeus's or Athena's presence in this game to just be a hallucination of Kratos' mind. Because for the one thing, Athena is still out there. She's one of the few loose ends that still exists in the God of War franchise. And the simple fact is that if Athena still exists without her body, who's to say that the other Olympian gods don't also exist? I mean, technically speaking, Kratos is wearing the soul of Hades as a protective blanket that protects him from the river Styx. You guys realize that? So, what?
Get in. I will pull. You are quiet. Are you not better?
I guess.
You guess?
I know you overheard my talk with Freya. You think you understand, but you do not. Why do you say nothing?
You said I was cursed. You think I'm weak because I'm not like you?
No.
I know I was never what you
You're
wanted.
cursed because you are like me.
But after all this, I thought maybe things were different.
So I was wrong.
You do not know everything, boy.
No,
Say it, Kratos.
but at least I know the truth now.
The truth. The truth. I am a god, boy. From another land far from here. When I came to these shores, I chose to live as a man. But the truth is, I was born a god. And so were you. Boy, have you nothing to say?
Can I turn into an animal?
I don't know.
Can you turn into an animal? No. No, I do not think so.
I'm a god. Mother knew? She was a god too?
Yeah.
No. She was mortal, but she knew my true nature.
I'm a god. Why did you wait so long to tell me?
I had hoped to spare you. Being a god, it can be a lifetime of anguish and tragedy.
I am Greek after all.
That is the curse.
What sorts of things can I do? Can I fly? Or turn invisible?
That's something that you have to find out for
I
yourself.
don't feel like a god.
How would you know?
I do not know the reach of your godhood. But over time, we will learn.
We will learn.
You sure I can't turn into a wolf?
You are welcome to surprise me.
Welcome to surprise me. You see, Kratos? It's as easy as ripping off a Band-Aid. So, I guess I was wrong. The kid wasn't beating himself up because he felt disappointed in Kratos. He was upset because he overheard what Kratos said about him, that he was cursed. And he thought, all this time, all the kid's life, he has believed that he's been a disappointment to Kratos, and that Kratos doesn't actually love him, but he's stuck with him. And so now, hearing that kind of basically gave the kid confirmation when it's not true. He said that... The kid said, I'm weak because I'm not like you, when in reality, the nature of the curse is the exact opposite. The boy is cursed because he is like Kratos, but the kid is still a child, and Kratos is, well, Kratos. The simple fact is, when you get down to it, Kratos was basically protecting him from all this stuff about godly power and whatnot, because to Kratos, it's only ever brought him pain and misery. But the kid, he only sees, well, I guess the perks of being a god. Can I transform into an animal? Can I fly? Can I turn invisible? The kid now that the kid knows what he is, he wants to experience what it is to be a god. I wonder if that's going to cause problems, because that might not be the best of things. I mean, finding out what you are is one thing, but then being able to handle what you are is something entirely different. Being able to handle the responsibility of what you are. So, either way, I'm glad to have the kid back. And I'm glad that we're talking again. Also, I've noticed something else about how this game... Let's see. How this game is basically treating the concept of being a god, or being born a god, because right now they're using god and demigod interchangeably. The way that Kratos is talking is that they're the same thing, because, well, according to the lore, at least the lore that we know, Kratos isn't technically born a god. His mother was mortal, so that makes him a demigod. But he is still an incredibly impressive demigod, literally on the level, if not greater than Hercules. The kid is largely the same. If Kratos is his father and his mother Faye was mortal, then he himself is a demigod. Well, at least that's how I'm thinking, because I'm not exactly 100% sure of the logistics, because Kratos went from demigod to full god, but draining his power into the Blade of Olympus rendered him mortal again. But I think that now that he had full godhood, I think that ascended him to the level of being a full god, even maybe genetically. And so he was able to pass that on to Atreus, and now the kid is, well... And now the kid is a demigod. However, I have my own theories about what might be going on here, because from what little we've learned about Faye and all this incredible stuff that she was able to do, how she was able to get a guy like Kratos, I don't believe that she was immortal. I think that she was a god. I think that it's going to be revealed that she was a Vanir, just like Freya was, and that because I mean, think about it, like, Freya has this magical circle around her territory that protects her from the Aesir, and Faye put this magical barrier around the Wildwoods where Kratos, and Atreus were living. So now it just seems like it seems like they're setting it up to where Faye would be revealed to have been a god the entire time. And who knows, maybe Kratos is going to get angry about that once he realizes that his wife was a goddess and she never told him. Of course, then it'll be like, do you really think you have the right to complain in this situation? But there's also something else I'd like to say. I know that I get that this game is pretty much using god and demigod completely interchangeably. Like, there's little to no difference, at least, in terms of how these characters would regard it. Because even still, Kratos is a demigod. He could still be overwhelmed. He could still be killed. But then again, so could all the other gods. So maybe it's just the definition of god in this context for this universe is different from how we would view gods. Like I said, gods are incredibly hard to kill, but that doesn't mean that they can't be. But anyways, the theory that I have is that it might sound a little bit extreme, but I actually think that Kratos might be 100% God, as in he was born a full god, but was disguised in human form, because if you guys know anything about Greek mythology, then you then you guys probably know that Hera was not Zeus's first wife or his only wife. As it turns out, Zeus had at least one wife before he got married to Hera, the goddess Metis, who was the daughter of the primordial ocean goddess Oceanus, I think. And so she was a beautiful creature, and Zeus was completely vexed with her. The problem is, she had the ability to transform into basically anything, and every single time Zeus would approach her to ask for a date, she'd turn into an animal and run off. The problem is, Zeus is a tenacious little bastard and enjoys the chase. He manages to catch her as an animal and manages to convince her to marry him. And she does. So, after they get married, Gaia, the primordial spirit of Earth, who is depicted as a Titan in the God of War franchise, she comes to congratulate them. However, I think that Gaia has a serious chip on her shoulder because literally every single person that Gaia goes to for help ends up double-crossing her in some way. It started off with her husband, Ouranos, then her children, the Titans, particularly Kronos, and then again with the gods and Zeus. She basically is kind of pissed off at Zeus, despite all the help that she gave him during the war against the Titans, that he would so cruelly imprison the Titans in Tartarus. So she's looking for some kind of way to get back at Zeus for doing all that. So what she does is she goes to Zeus and tells him of a prophecy much similar to the prophecy that was told to Kronos, that one day his wife would give birth to 2 children. One of them would be a girl who would be Zeus's pride and joy, and the other would be a son that would bring total destruction to Zeus. He would overthrow him and destroy everything that Zeus tried to build. So, Zeus basically decided, you know what, I'm going to follow in my father's footsteps, except this time, I'm going to put the cart before the horse. Now, here's a point in the legend where basically the details get flubbed, depending on who or what you ask. It depends, basically, yeah. The 2 versions of the story that I know is that Zeus basically wants to be impressed with Metis' shape-shifting ability, so he convinces her to take the form of either a fly or a single drop of water. Either way, he needs to get her into a small form, and I'm more partial to the drop of water because, I don't know, I feel like it's a bit less awkward that way. The moment that she basically transforms, Zeus grabs her and swallows her, just like Kronos did with his Olympic children. So, Zeus basically thinks that's the end of that. Metis is all locked up where she can't possibly give birth to any children who would overthrow me. Little did Zeus realize is that at the time that he did this, Metis was already pregnant. And, well, she gave birth to their first child inside of him, and then basically arranged for the child to escape by giving Zeus a series of headaches from inside his body. So Zeus has the Titan Prometheus cleft his head open with an axe, and out steps Athena. That's how Athena was born, and why so many people equate her with the goddess of wisdom, because they believe she was born directly of Zeus's mind, when it was actually more likely that she is the daughter of Metis. And Zeus was basically in awe of Athena, and basically was so impressed that he managed to create a child as impressive as her without the help of any kind of mother, that Athena basically became his pride and joy. She was his favorite. And so the prophecy begins to line up. So what does this have to do with Kratos? Well, I believe that Metis was able to escape from Zeus somehow. If she is able to transform into a drop of water, then that could basically mean that she could escape out of Zeus, potentially, by making him cry. She makes him cry, she falls to Earth, and is reincarnated as a human woman, possibly Callisto. This woman goes to Sparta, where she tries to live a normal, simple, humble life until she catches Zeus's eye, and he basically starts to pursue her. And of course, basically Zeus has his way with her. They have a child together, and Zeus basically puts a curse on her. Don't ever reveal my identity to this child, or you'll turn into a monster who will kill the child. And, of course, from that moment, and that's my theory. I think that Kratos is the second child of Metis, the one who was prophesized to bring down the walls of Olympus. That Callisto was actually Metis in human form after she escaped from Zeus. So that could basically, you could basically leave it up to interpretation if Metis kept her memories or she didn't. Or if she did keep her memories, then that would mean that she let Zeus have her way with him, specifically so that she could bring about the other half of the prophecy, to create a child that would one day be Zeus's downfall. But anyway, that's just a theory. A game theory. Copyrighted. Anyway. Now I've made a decision about this game. For the one thing, we're going back to the Lake of the Nine, and we're going to see how the lake has changed now that Jormungandr has moved, because somebody else summoned him when we brought Atreus to Freya, so the water in the lake has definitely gone down again. But more importantly than that, I've also made another decision. Apart from us going to the Council of Valkyries in order to check out what we can do with the helms, we're also going to use the gateway to go to Muspelheim, because I realize that the campaign isn't going to take us there at all, and there are so many cool things that we can do there, and they line up to what I need to do before we finish the game. So, let's go. Holy crap, there are only 4 Valkyries in Midgard. I guess I was right. You are welcome to surprise me. The kids...
Is this why I hear voices sometimes?
Yes.
Are you sure you've never heard any?
Not as you do.
That's no surprise. Every god is unique.
So, maybe I won't get strong like Father, but I'll have abilities all my own?
You already do, laddie. Your faculty for language is extraordinary for one so
Yeah,
young.
right?
Time alone will tell what else you'll become capable of.
So you knew all along?
I did, lad. But I've known more than my share of gods.
Me too, apparently.
Yeah, kid. I mean, you're a very well-learned even for a god. Like, your learning curve is impressive. I mean, you've learned basically an entire language just by seeing it on a decoder ring, and you're almost done reading another one. I'm pretty sure you'll be talking to the serpent before long. You might not be like me, but you're definitely going to be something impressive. But I do like that little tidbit there. Atreus asks Kratos, are you sure you don't hear voices? And Kratos is like, not the way that you do. 'Cause truth is, Kratos does hear voices. A lot.
Why
Why do you resist me, Spartan? Kratos, what's happening? Where are we? Don't worry. Your father is outside. He will keep us safe.
I wonder who else knew I was a god. Freya for sure. Brock and Sindri?
They do not need to know.
Baldur! Does he know? Is that why he's after us? Do you know him from before?
No.
The day of your mother's funeral was the first I ever saw Baldur. That is the truth.
Hey, we don't have to go right back to Tyr's vault, do we?
No.
I mean, we're gods. We can do whatever we want, right? What do you really feel like doing right now?
I will show you.
I'll show you. I love this kid. I can't believe I'm saying it. I love this kid. Mainly because he's a kid who's been written correctly. So tell me, guys, does the lake look any different? Okay, somebody called Jormungandr, but he hasn't moved from the same position. And if he did, we definitely would have seen it on the map. So I was really wondering about that. The lake doesn't look like it's gone down. Maybe when he moved, he actually displaced the water and rose the water again a bit.
I see something down there.
I cannot believe that we're finding all this gold, and yet the only thing that we're using this gold for is to craft stuff with. It's kind of frustrating, a lot like Minecraft, because I mean, you guys basically like realize if you could find gold as easily as you can in video games, you'd probably be set for life. Was this cave always here? Did we just come out of this cave? Landsuther Canyon. No, Landsuther Canyon. Yeah, I think this is the way to where we met with Brock, I think. Where we got Anvaldi's soul, so... Wait. There's a hidden chamber of Odin. There. No, wait, that's Freya's place. Yep, the mine. I need to learn how to read a map. I have a feeling that Kratos had mixed emotions about the kid basically saying, we're gods. We can do whatever we want. I think that at one moment he felt proud of his son for basically being the slightest bit excited about that, because when you get down to it, that's what Kratos has always been. He's always gone and done what he wanted to do. Even when he was basically doing the errands of the gods, he did it on his terms. And basically, whenever somebody tried to stop him, he just pushed past them and kept on going. I do whatever I want. However, at the same time, he's worried, because that kind of attitude,
There's something down there.
it's gonna lead to trouble. Kratos, now that the kid knows that he's a god, a new challenge begins. You basically thought that you were keeping him safe, sparing him from pain, but now that he knows his true nature... Over. What do you say, kid? You up for a little practice? Because I've got... Let me introduce you to my old friends.
Need more time! Father!
Ready yourself!
So that's it then?
Focus up!
Ready? Are you hurt? Oh, run! You don't look so great!
Really? Because I feel like $1,000,000.
Brother!
Focus up, boy!
You don't look too good. Right, that's just perfect. Come on.
Our enemies are strong.
What is up with Wolvers? They are far more powerful than they have any right to be. And the worst part about it is, I'm pretty sure that I've already killed those guys. kill. I'm surprised that I haven't come across more wolves yet. Whale of the Wolver. But I've killed 10 of them, and all I have to do is kill 4 more. Hard to believe that I haven't finished off these guys. Worm Slayer. I'm surprised that the kid hasn't asked about the blades yet. Are you gonna ask about them? I know that Kratos won't give you an answer, but I'm curious as to what Kratos says, if anything. Hey, Jormungandr. I lead a very stressful life. Managing my company, going on adventures with you and your brothers, keeping the world serpent Jormungandr at bay. Every now and then I just need I need to carve out a time in the year just for me, you know? But I really do wonder, did Jormungandr talk to whoever summoned him and then moved back to his position, or did he just ignore them? Because the only other people that would basically try to talk to him would be the Aesir, and the Aesir know that Jormungandr doesn't like them, so... Dang it. Lunch. The kid was up there. I start climbing up, but he... Well, this distraction with the wolf ears killed a few minutes. The thing about it is, I don't really see all that much in terms of change in regards to the lake, so... I think that circumnavigating the lake would just be a complete waste of time at this point.
I see something down there.
Well, pick it up then. Well, mop it up then. Of course, if I do see any enemies on the shore, I am going to want to fight them. Because, well, for the one thing, I'm completely drained on health. And... I'm also completely spent on rage. Oh yeah, I know that there is something that I can do. I'm pretty sure that it's all the way over there.
Okay, I know I saw something.
I saw it too.
Freya did say the Jotunheim Realm Tower was missing from the
Yep.
lake. But maybe only kinda?
Very strange indeed.
Maybe it's a time distortion. The Jotunheim Tower is, well, it's basically there, but at the same time it's not there. Okay. If I'm right, yes. This place has Hellwind. Be on your guard. There are dark elves here. Is that chest never opened? That's right. I didn't go looking for them because I figured that they'd all be hidden behind the Hellwind portions. Chop chop! Damn, this is gonna be difficult. Not seeing the source of the Hellwind, but the green flame has really got me intrigued because I know that we lit that flame ourselves when we helped the spirit. But what if? Healing stone. See? I told you this would come in handy. Oh well, it was worth a shot. This doesn't look like a troll, or at least it's missing its horns, but it also has injuries on its head to imply that maybe its horns were cut. Aha, there's the wind. Okay, so I take it from here. Where's the closest one? So I take it from there, and I put it there. I take it from there, and I put it up there. I'll fix it up there, and I'll bring it back here. That's one. I have a feeling that the next one is through here. Oh, damn. There's no way that I can... Aha! There it is. You sneaky, sneaky. Wait, how did that not work? What the... Oh well, at least it doesn't go all the way back to the start like I assumed. Gotcha. Kratos. Ah. The runes. Aha! I have to take it. But then, where do I put it? Well, if it goes back there, that's enough for me for right now. So... Scheisse! Kratos, we gotta talk. What are you doing? You have the blades. Climb this rock wall like you're supposed to. I need to get that chain down. Because I'm almost certain that there should be another rune up here. Yep, there it is. And I can easily get it from here. At least the runes weren't moving. Let's go, boy. Just want to see Kratos stab the blades into a wall again and then use them to climb up. And that would actually expedite the process of having to climb down. Give me room, boy. You don't want to overcrowd me. I'm pretty sure that it's this one. We are great, aren't we, boy? Blood, 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 yes! Quick-tempered. You have collected 3 horns, and my rage is fully maxed out. Oh, yeah. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it now, Mr. Krabs. Is there anything else that we can do around here? You see any other damage that we can do around here, boy?
Atreus, follow me.
You're right there.
You know, back when we basically came into the lake, I basically said that Atreus is a kid character that's written correctly. A lot of people basically think that writing kid characters is a paradox because in an ideal world, the kid character wouldn't be annoying or obnoxious, but the simple fact is that by virtue of being a kid, the kid is going to be annoying and obnoxious because that's basically how kids are. So, the people that basically want kids to be depicted realistically, they basically then complain that the kid is basically an unlikable, pretentious little D-bag, and there's something else we can do. Interesting. And what I was basically saying is that the only other alternative is to basically write the kid as a mini-adult. Like, a kid that basically is still young in body, but is basically mature in how they basically carry themselves and how they conduct their business, so to speak. And, well, the paradox of that being is that, well, when you get down to it, there are situations where you can get kids like that. Kids who, unfortunately, had to grow up rather quickly because they've experienced tragedy. Like, say, losing a parent at a young age, and their only other parent being someone like Kratos. I mean, that's basically how I imagine that Atreus is the way that he is. He basically had to grow up. He had to grow up fast, dealing with a father who was as emotionally distant as Kratos. Don't get me wrong, we've clearly established that Kratos cares about the kid, but he cares about him in a different way, a very distant way, and that probably isn't the best kind of environment or the best kind of manner in which to raise a kid, because, well, Atreus is now just starting to understand Kratos a bit more. Can we make this? Because, I mean, could you basically imagine talking to Kratos on a casual level? I mean, can you basically imagine asking Kratos what his favorite color is? I'm pretty sure that he basically wouldn't even understand the concept. Although I think that after a few moments, he'd probably say something like, Spartans favor the color red. Because I think they do. But then again, Spartans favor the color red because it's the color of Ares. So, don't know how much Kratos feels about that. Jeez. How much is there to do here? Oh, don't tell me I need the wind. I don't even think that I can use the blades while doing this. Nope. There's another one up there. So maybe I should do the door first. That seems simple enough. I don't see the mechanism. Don't know where I can freeze it. Is there any way that we can get to the other side? Because if I basically started all of this, and I basically, like, can't have to take this all the way back, then I'm pretty much screwed myself. Please be the cipher, please be the cipher, please be the... Oh, it's a legendary chest. Alright, it might be a rune. It might be a runic attack for the blades. Come on, give me a heavy runic attack. No. Grips of the Cursed Flame. Legendary Blade Pommel. Low perk activation. Chance to plant 3-second delayed fire bomb on any enemies. It's like the rage attack from God of War Ascension. I love this thing. Gift of fire. Into the fire. You haven't asked me about my blades, boy. I didn't think you wanted me to. I don't, but you're usually a lot more curious than that. I guess I'm curious as to your lack of curiosity. Let's see, that's where we need to go. Eastros. Wait, this is the starting point. Linkzilla is just a big dumb doofy doof. He is a doof. That is the doof du jour. Although I think the bigger doof was choosing to fight those wolvers. Anyway, I think that's all the damage that we can do around here, kid. Right, let's go check out the Council of Valkyries. See what we can do around there. But I just wonder, how many other Hellwind puzzle challenges have we had to leave behind? Because I can't possibly remember them all. I know that you're gonna come to life one day.
Here we go.
What? Where?
Above you, watch out!
Hey, watch this, kid. Get over here!
Grab that one, Father. Right there.
It couldn't be simpler.
Ready to go now.
Get over here!
Yeah.
You two make quite a formidable duo.
Thanks. You know, I really wonder if Mimir actually likes hanging out with us, or if he's just desperate for something to do. I still say that you're gonna come to life. Huh. I don't remember those markings being on his chest. But who knows? Maybe this is either just a petrified troll, or it's maybe just a troll statue. But who would make a statue devoted to a troll? Right, let's climb. Seriously, Kratos. What are you climbing like this for? You've got the Blades of Chaos. You know, I think eventually we should do that whole whetstone thing for Sindir, because we've already done 2 favors for Brock. And
Once you retrieve the whetstone, please take utmost care while handling it. It is a priceless relic, after all.
what are you doing, kid? You're getting nowhere fast. Are you that anxious to join life's treadmill? God, just even saying it depressed me. God, I'm no good at this. Right. Let's return their helms to their thrones. I really hope that something cool happens.
This is it, right? The rock stool?
Aye, lad. The Council of Valkyries.
The Valkyries are of Valhalla, are they not?
Glad to see you're paying attention, brother. You are correct. Valhalla, the great hall of the Einherjar, is their home within Asgard. But while there, they are subject to the scrutiny of the All-Father himself. And relations between the Valkyries and Odin were tense during my tenure as his advisor.
Why?
Well, that's an even longer story, lad. For now, why don't we look around for some clues?
Place the 8 helms.
Whoa, you're back. Hello?
I don't think she can hear you, lad. The helms must only retain but a small portion of their owner. I'd wager the rest is in transit to Valhalla to try and fix the mess left by their absence.
Let me in. Who is she?
Gunnar, Mistress of War. After any conflict, big or small, she would be first on the scene, sussing out the worthy spirits for a free trip to Valhalla. A gruesome task, but she took great pride in it.
Any conflict. Impossible.
It's true. She had help from her sisters, of course, but Gunnar was always first to arrive. Her judgment of the fallen was unparalleled, and an invaluable resource to Odin. She was one of his favorites.
The Mistress of War. Fitting.
This, my friends, is Kara. Now, Valkyries are volatile by nature, but Kara, the lass is wild storm personified.
A wild storm.
Aye, calm and collected. Then the air would shift and the fury of her storm would unleash. 'Twas beautiful in a way, assuming you could find proper shelter. Her tears would cleanse the blood-soaked battlefields.
I have the strangest boner right now. So, that's all the helms that we can place, but it's something that I kind of expected that we'd be able to do this. We'd be able to, you know, see their spirits here at the council, and now we can at least keep track of who we've done and who we haven't. Hey, Jormungandr. Yeah, he looks away now that we've noticed that he's watching us. You know what? how about we just take the easy way back? I'm pretty sure that Brock would be happy to see the kid, or maybe vice versa. After all, if the gates are working again, plus it'll give us a chance to hear some dialogue. And on the hip of the bloody ghost of Sparta. Holy crap, it looks like all the gates are unlocked. Which means I can go back to this one and explore this area. That is something that we are going to have to do.
I'm a god. Maybe I can fly.
No, no! Gods too must stay on the path, I promise you.
So what do you think, Mimir? What does Baldur want with us?
Well, let's look at what we know. Baldur is Odin's finest tracker bar none. If he wants you, you have to consider the possibility that Odin wants you. And as for what Odin wants, on this I have some expertise.
What could we have that Odin doesn't? He's like the king of gods.
Of the Aesir, aye. But his reach is not unlimited. And where he cannot reach, he is preoccupied with going. He's certainly tortured me enough about it over the years.
Mimir's Tales. Baldur and Odin. Mimir thinks Baldur is tracking us for Odin, who wants us to go where he cannot reach. But we can? Oh, this could be big. This could be interesting, you guys, because...
We jump.
Really?
Oh dear.
Why? Why are we jumping?
Bad idea!
Why did we do that? You were warned to not stray from the path? It killed us? Just like that? Boy, what the hell did you lead us that direction for? Oh well, at least I'm back at full health. But anyway, this could be big, because all this time I've been thinking that Baldur showed up at Kratos' house because Odin knows who Kratos is and is afraid of him. So he sent Baldur to kind of make a preemptive strike against him. So now they're tracking us down. And I think that Baldur is fascinated with us because he thinks that Kratos can give him the fight that he's been wanting for a long time. The fight that will finally make him feel something. Anyways, if all of this... The game has taken directions that I honestly didn't think that it would, considering that it's trying... Our goal in this game is to get to Jotunheim, the realm that was locked. The giants, they sealed off their way into the realm, and now, well, they sealed off the way into their realm and cut off all other connections to the 9 realms. So now, it's clear that Odin wants to get there. I think he wants to finish the job and exterminate the giants. And we are trying to get there. So Odin all this time has been hurting us. He's gonna get us to open the way to Jotunheim for him. Hey Brock, nothing to say? The kid's back. Whatever. Anyway, I think that that's all that I can basically justify doing in this episode. So, let's see. Anyway, hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you liked it, leave a comment down in the comment section below. Like it, share it with your friends. Keep up to date with more God of War coming at you in the future by smashing that subscribe button and ringing the bell for notifications. As always, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.